Well, one of my next guests is a longtime comedian and actor whose voice, if not face, you'll surely recognize. And the other is a longtime comedy writer who's contributed to Mad Magazine, Vanity Fair, Comedy Central, and Friars Club Roasts, and is currently a staff writer at The View. Together, they are hosts of my favorite new podcast, aptly titled Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. Please welcome Gilbert Gottfried and Frank Santopadre. Thumb bearing pastry.
Wow.
Entenmann's my favorite. How'd you know?
I like to bring a little something, Scott.
Raspberry Danish twist.
My mom said always bring something when you're invited, so.
That's nice. That's very nice. Gilbert, do you have anything for me?
No.
Your presence
Yeah.
is your gift.
In fact, if I didn't have my presence here,
Yeah.
I would be happier.
You're barely here.
Yeah. The very fact that I even passed by the building, you should be thrilled.
I'm very thankful. It's very nice to have you back on the show, Gilbert. Is this the first time at the UCB for you?
I think so.
First time at UCB for Gilbert Gottfried. I had to have you back because I absolutely love the podcast. It's if you're a fan of the golden age of Hollywood, if you're a fan of long dead actors and comedians who no one gives a rat's fuck about anymore,
Yes.
you're going to love this podcast.
We already had on Larry Storch.
Larry Storch,
From F-True.
91-year-old Larry Storch.
He was our third oldest guest.
Yeah.
91 years old. Third oldest. I'm going to go through all of them, but first I want to know how the two of you came together and created this thing, and how you got to know each other. Because Frank's the sidekick on the co-host on this podcast.
Yeah, we met. Well, I wrote for a show called Caroline's Comedy Hour years ago with the late Richard Jenney hosted, and Gilbert came on the show, and he did an impersonation of Robert Redford, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
It was a parody of the show Indecent Proposal, with Robert Redford pays to sleep with Demi Moore.
I thought
Gilbert came on in a tux and was Robert Redford for us. And then over the years, we just would run into each other on various jobs. I worked for the Joy Behar show. He would come on,
But then there was that one time in L.A.
in L.A. That's a fun. Yeah, that's how the podcast really
Yeah.
comes full circle. He was wandering down the street on the Ventura Boulevard in L.A. He doesn't drive. He doesn't have a driver's license to this day. And he was in town for something and staying at the Universal Marriott and wandering as you would walk in L.A.
Yeah.
Nobody does. He was. And I saw him on the street, and I hadn't seen him in years. He didn't really know who I was. We worked together briefly. And I said, "Is that Gilbert Gottfried?"
Things got really hard for him.
I made an illegal U-turn on Ventura Boulevard, and I said, "I don't know how this is going to end up, but I got to see, maybe he's going somewhere, I'll give him a lift." I was on my way to a nostalgia convention. I don't know if anybody know these things in LA. They used to do them, but they still do them. It's like where you get Don Knotts and
Yeah.
people from old shows.
You get people who have died years ago.
Right. Marty was there last year.
I just rolled down the window and I said, "Listen, I'm going to this nostalgia convention," and Norman Fell was there, and Schneider from One Day at a Time, and he just got in the car. He didn't really know who I was.
See, I figure he'll probably kill me along the way, but it beats having to pay for a cab. And we go into this. It's a big hall with all these people like Klingon number 7 and all these weird people, and
Adam West was there.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Adam West,
Of
Don
course, Adam
Knotts.
West. These were Adam West created these things.
The green woman from the Star Trek episode that Kirk sleeps with was there.
Lost me now.
And sitting together was the original Snow White, the voice of Snow White, and next to her was the original Cruella de Vil. So they're both like.
Looking like her character.
Yeah. And someone sees me who's at her table and goes, "Oh, you're both Disney voices." And she goes to her, she goes, "Look, this is the voice of the parrot in Aladdin." And she looks up like that, and she clutches into my arm like that with both hands in a death grip. And she looks up and goes, "Someday my prince will come." And I thought, oh, it's just going to be one line. And she goes, "And all my work is..." And I'm going, wait, she can't be singing more. And then she sings the entire song, from beginning to end, and then after it's over, and I'm terrified, she looks up at me and goes, "And you are?"
It was also, we should point out, she was 96 and dressed as Snow White. Dressed in the Snow White costume.
That's cruel.
Yeah.
That's cruelty.
So that was sort of the unofficial beginning of the podcast.